We're back. I'm actually in my sister's room today because her room has really good lighting compared to mine. So thank you, Lynn. Zoom out a little bit. So, like in my last video, I'm gonna have this video be very raw, no cuts, just straight from the heart. Okay, so pretty much, I wanted to make a video talking about my weight loss journey. If you're like me, I used to weigh 245 pounds. We'll just round up to 250. We'll say 250. And I was a big guy. Well, I'll say I was a fat guy. That word used to offend me a lot, which is a big reason on why I decided to lose the weight. I would be bullied for my weight. I would feel super insecure. Growing up in high school, I was that kid that would wear hoodies in like 90-degree weather, not for any other reason but to hide his man boobs and fat everywhere. I was just super insecure. It was terrible. And there came a point where I kept eating for about a year after high school. And then I think it was COVID where I was like, hey, like, I'm going to lock in, I'm going to hit the gym, go on a calorie deficit. But I went in a calorie deficit with no knowledge on how to do it correctly. I kind of just, in my head, the process went go to the gym a lot, eat very little. So I wouldn't hit my protein goal for the day. I would still have a lot of rice. It just was very imbalanced. So I didn't get the results I was shooting for, if that makes sense. But pretty much for about a year, I grinded, ran every morning, hit the gym, and I lost the weight. I was very skinny, but with no muscle, which wasn't my goal. I wanted to be lean. I wanted to have muscles. I wanted to have a big chest and all of that stuff, all the bells and whistles, not just skinny. So I was proud of it. I was like, whoa, like, I think I was 195. I went from like 245 to 195. And that was I'll say the skinniest I've ever been. And I was like, whoa. And then I thought that was it. I'm like, I'm never going to be fat again. Then, like I said, we were in COVID. I got comfortable. Instead of being disciplined and continuing working out and hitting the gym, I kind of kicked back and relaxed and said, you know what? Like, I like 195. I'm just going to stay here. So I started eating how I was before. I was like, okay, I'm not going to go nowhere. This body's not going to go back to where it was. So I started eating out again. Jack in the Box, In-N-Out. Dude, like I would eat out with my homies all the time. At the time I was smoking, so I had the munchies. The Jack in the Box munchie meal, we're not even going to go there. We're not going to go there cuz dude, I would fuck that up. But pretty much I would eat a lot. And like I said, I was started at 195 and I gradually throughout the month started gaining the weight back. And I didn't notice until probably 6 months later to where I was like, "Oh shit." Like I stood on the scale and I went from being in the 190s to 220. And I'm like, "Okay, 220 is not bad." Kept eating again. Damn, 235. Let me hit the gym again. So I'd hit the gym, kind of shave off 5 pounds. I'm like, okay, I'm back in the 20s. And then I'd eat more. And then I came back to where I was. I was back at 245. And this is recent. This was probably about 2 months ago. I was 245. I'm like, damn. I let myself go. I lost all my confidence that I had. I lost my discipline, everything. I was in a shitty place. So I pretty much lost all the weight, gained it back, and now I'm losing it again. But the only thing that's different is the discipline. I have a personal coach, a mindset coach, who's also my dad. Shout out to my dad. I'll link his channel down below. He's crazy. He has a six pack at fucking 50 years old, bro. Like, that's crazy. So he's a big inspiration to me. So thank you, Dad. But I've been following his program, his plan, and pretty much I started the month out 245. In less than a month, I lost over 23 pounds. In less than a month. Healthy, clean, and I have muscle. I was like, whoa. And I've been much happier, much more disciplined. My life has been genuinely amazing. I quit all my bad habits, all my vices, like things that I never wished were going to go away, such as like my depression and anxiety went away. I've never felt like this. So I'm like, damn, like whatever this guy's showing me works. And that's where I'm at right now, pretty much. My bad. I kind of just buffered where I was going to go with this. But pretty much the big chunk of this whole video is I was fat. I lost the weight, got fat again, and I am now on the journey to weight loss. And what's keeping me motivated? Like Cam, aren't you afraid you're going to go back to where you were? No. I'm no longer afraid because I see the consequences. It's possible. I didn't think it was possible. It is possible to go back to where I was. And I hate that feeling, dude. Like, genuinely, from like homie to homie, seeing yourself gain that weight and lose that confidence really sucks. And you cannot feel that feeling unless it has personally happened to you in whatever weight you are. So if you're not comfortable with your weight, you probably know what I'm talking about. My favorite shirts that I would wear fit me tight. I'm like, damn, like I used to really love wearing this shirt. Now I can't because it shows my chest weird. Or man, like my love handles are poking out on this shirt. Or man, like my pants don't even button all the way. Or I can't even button up the top button on my suit no more. Like I noticed all those little things. I was out of breath going upstairs and downstairs. Dude, I was an athlete. I was running fucking 3 miles every day. Now I can barely go up and down the stairs without being out of breath. Seeing those little things throughout my life, gaining that weight back this past time was humiliating. It was embarrassing. And it really brought down my life tremendously. And that's why I think I'm never going to go back to it, because I know the pain of what I did to myself. I know the bad habits I gained as well, along with my weight, such as, like I said, smoking, addicted to video games, eating out, bad eating habits. I was treating my body terribly, and I never want to do that again. I was living life on this cycle where it was just terrible. I was waking up late, eating, it's just that life on repeat pretty much every day. And every time I'm feeling demotivated to work out, or every time I'm having that craving of, you know what, let me have that pizza that's laying in the fridge, I stop myself and I'm like, hey, do you want to go back to where you were a couple months ago? I generally tell that to myself in my head. And that's where I kind of step back and I'm like, no, like we're not doing that, Cam. You already had that opportunity. You already had that fun. You already had that pizza. And look where it got you. We're not going to do that again. And that's what pretty much motivates me, is I go in that dark place in my head pretty much on where I was a few months ago. And that puts that anger and that disappointment in my head of where I was. I'm not going to do that to myself again, or to my loved ones. I'm sure they didn't like seeing me gain all that weight back. It's terrible. And every time I'm working out and I'm like, fuck, like I don't want to work out. Okay, don't work out and see where you're going to end up again. You know, that's what I tell myself. I just keep motivating myself. I use my past as motivation to work past struggles or life obstacles that hit my life to this day. And I promise you now, and I promise to myself, I am never going to go back to where I was. And I'm very proud of myself. I now weigh 219. I was currently 245. So from 245 to 219 in a month and like a week. That's 25 pounds. That's pretty much 25 pounds in a month and a week. I feel great. I'm still shaving off fat, as you can see, but like, I look a lot better. If you go past to my old videos, you can see that's when I first started working out. I think that was like the first week. If you go to the first video on my channel on the thumbnail, you can see I think I look like this. But it's crazy. So I'm very proud of myself. If I can do it, if I gain the weight back, just know you're not alone. If you've been in this situation, if you are currently in the situation, just know you're not alone. Shit happens, but you can bounce back from it. No matter how deep you think you are. Dude, like I said, I used to eat Jack in the Box like 4 times a week, along with having like pizza for lunch and a fucking pizza for breakfast. Like that was my diet pretty much. If I was able to lose 25 pounds in about a month, you can do it. I feel great. My clothes fits amazing. I've actually downsized in clothes. I was an XL, now I'm an L. My pant size has gone down tremendous. I had to get new belts. Like, dude, it's like, if I can do it from where I was in a place where I didn't think I could do it. You can do it. I genuinely believe in you, man. Or girl, like whatever. Like literally, bro, like you can do it. And just don't stop. Every time you want to eat that pizza, you want to go get that milkshake, just think to yourself, are you happy with how your clothes fits right now? Are you proud every time you take a selfie or look at yourself in the camera? Are you confident enough to smile and take a picture and be like, yeah, that's me? If you're not feeling confident in that, put that fucking milkshake down, put that pizza down, That's the harsh truth. That's what I tell myself. And sometimes people just got to hear it like that, you know? And I'm a soft guy. I'm a very sensitive guy. Ask my girlfriend, ask my family. I'm a very sensitive guy. But when it comes to my weight and being disciplined, sometimes I kind of need to be yelled at or talked firmly to be like, lock the fuck in, dude. Because it's such a comfortable space. It's such an easy thing to lose yourself in. So I do need that abrasiveness. So maybe you need that abrasiveness, you know? And I hope I'm the person that can help you. And if you guys have any questions on how I did it, I'm on a calorie deficit. I use the app on iPhone mobile called Chronometer. Pretty much I just punch my weight in. It asks you a couple questions. Not sponsored, by the way, but cool app. And I pretty much you add all your details, how much weight you want to lose per week, your activity levels, and from there you just keep tracking your macros. Boom, boom, boom. Weight goes away. I work out 3 times a day, moderately. So not too bad. And the moral of the story is the journey's tough, but you can always come back from it. I believe in you. I love you, like I say in every video. I care about you. I hope you guys have an amazing day. I'll see you guys later. Bye.